All right, guys, we got a good show for you today. We have Marquavius Brown. He goes to Newton High School, Auburn, Alabama, Mississippi State. Have all offered him to name a couple. Thanks for coming on, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, so if you would you rather to start, we always do it. Would you rather never need to sleep or never need to eat?
I never need to sleep.
Yeah, I
All
feel
right.
the same way. I feel like it's such a waste of time, 8, 9 hours
Yeah.
every day, man.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. Would you rather get literally lost in a book or lost in a maze?
Lost in the book.
Oh yeah, I feel like the same thing. I feel like it'd be so fun, like Jumanji, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Final one. Would you rather be able to turn invisible or stop time?
I'd rather turn invisible.
Yeah. You couldn't. No one could see. You could do whatever you want, man.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get into some of the basketball. So high school season obviously is probably hard because of COVID. Talk about how you felt it went for you and your team.
Man, it was kind of tough, but we didn't have like a crowd to hype us up to be able to like go out with energy. So we started off kind of slow. We didn't have a good start to our season, so it was kind of tough, and we lost in the second round.
Yeah, I saw, talk about that crowd. So, some of the highlights I was watching before, you guys had like announcer calling your names out before. You were
Yeah.
packing the stands. It was
Yeah.
crazy. So I can see how that would be a big thing for you. I feel like Georgia basketball as a whole is one of the best states. What's it like playing, week in and week out where there's good teams?
It's good. It's like, well, when you play out worldwide, it's playing against like different talent. It's better, but Georgia talent is like it's aggressive and like it's great players coming out of Georgia. So it's
Yeah,
good.
do you feel like this great competition, every week is really just like getting you even better and better for college?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
It's good.
yeah. So, Coach Givens, what does he mean to your program at Newton?
He came to change Newton like real like it was different. Cause at first like they wasn't playing no underclassmen. I started as a freshman because we didn't really have nobody like my height. So it was kind of good. Like he experienced me good. He just changed my basketball game and developed me, so it changed me a lot.
Yeah, you talked about your coach and some of the teammates. What do you think you value most in like a teammate?
Helping my team win,
Yeah, so
bring
someone
energy.
lay it out on the line every night for you.
Yes, sir.
All right. So growing up, do you play any other sports, or was it always just basketball?
I played football kinda. I had won the championship when I was in eighth grade. But after that, I cut it out because I wasn't trying to get no more energy, injuries and stuff. So
Yeah, just playing a sport like you feel like football made you like a better basketball player over the years doing
it,
that.
it kind of made me more aggressive.
Yeah. So what do you think to this point's been the most memorable play in your career?
Uh, I think recreation because it kind of changed me. Like I became a better player. Like my energy got better and stuff like that. Because I started playing recreation basketball when I was like 12 years old. I always played like pickup ball on the street and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
Playing like on the yard basketball with my brothers and stuff. So
I
it
swear,
was like,
pickup basketball makes you. That's where you learn the most. I feel like honestly, is out there.
yeah,
Getting some of those calls you wish you had back. I used to play. I got injured, but I now play tennis because that was the only thing I couldn't get injured in. So
yeah.
yeah, but we're playing D1, so it's all good in the end. If you could hit any dunk, what would it be for you?
East Bay.
Can you hit it? No or no?
Yeah, I could finish it a lot.
Yeah, is that one that's like the games you're like killing a team? Coach is like, yeah, you can do it.
Yeah, then you bring that out when you're about like 20 or something like that.
Yeah, because if you miss it, coach isn't gonna bench you.
Man, he's gonna sit you so far down the bench, man.
Okay, so growing up, who was the biggest influence on your career?
My mother, she kind of like when times when I wanted to give up, she always told me to keep going, kept pushing me and my brother and stuff.
Yeah. So, obviously it's not an ideal time to get recruited, with COVID, but at least you were, class 23, whereas like the 21s and 22s are really getting affected. Have you
Yeah,
noticed any difference or what's it been like for you?
it's been like some of my teammates like well we got some upperclassmen like that's in 21 and 22, so they're like it's hard for them, so we push them even harder because they want to get recruited and stuff, so we push them harder. and try to get them to where they want to be.
Yeah. So are you doing a lot of Zoom right now? What is the big thing?
Say it again.
What's like the big thing right now with coaches? Are you doing a lot of Zoom or how are you getting like
Yeah,
contact?
we do Zoom and we do calls, but we can't talk to them like from our phones. We have to talk to them from our coach's phone and stuff.
Yeah, because if you reach out to them first and they can contact you, right? Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. So you got your first offer, a few weeks ago. What were you doing and where was it at?
I was playing Fortnite. And
Yeah.
my coach called me. He was like, "Come to his house and stuff." I came over there and we talked on the phone. At first, he was like, "Help me move and stuff." He kind of surprised me with it. And I got on the phone. He was like, "Somebody want to talk to you and stuff." And North Carolina A&T coach had got on the phone. Now, man, my face lit up. It was crazy.
Yeah, I swear when you get like for me when I got my first out, I feel it's like at the worst time or like the most unexpected time you're just chilling.
Yeah.
I was getting yelled at by my boss. He's like, "Get off the phone." I'm like, "Dude, I'm making $10 an hour here. I gotta take this call. It's more important." I'm like, "Fire me if you want." So someone that hasn't like ever seen you play, right? How would you describe your game to them?
uh, Energy, defense, and just giving it all I can.
Yeah, I saw you're a big deep shooter too. You like that?
Yeah, I just really started developing my jumper because I ain't having no jumper like through middle school and ninth grade. My jumper developed as I got in over the workout doing ninth grade summer.
Yeah. So you're actually my next question was kind of funny. So this is like the big development time. Obviously, is your upperclassmen years of high school. What are you really working on? So like, hey, when you're in college, coach is like, hey, you can start as a freshman.
My ball handling. I had to work on my ball handling and being stronger at the rim.
Is that more like off the pick and roll, trying to get more assists, or what's that?
Trying to work my pick and roll because like in college they work a lot of pick and roll and stuff and attacking off the dribble, so I had to work on that a lot. Like my left hand, I had to work on that a lot because I came more dominant with my right.
Yeah. So what's the best advice you think you've been given to this point?
Uh, you can outwork anybody and work when nobody else has work. Like just work as much as you can.
Yeah, that's some good advice.
Yeah.
Final two questions. Growing up, did you look up to any players? Mine was always Allen Iverson. I was a big fan of him.
Colin Sexton and Kevin Porter Jr.
That was actually one of my questions. I forgot to write it down. But when you get offered by like a school, do you ever think about like the players? For example, like Alabama or somebody. You're like, hey, Colin Sexton went there. That maybe they can
Yeah.
do that.
I went there and visit one time, but like it wasn't like an official visit. It was just like going to the school and stuff.
Yeah.
I would love to play Alabama though. It would be nice.
Yeah, but just like looking, you think about some of those players, you're like, hey, what they could develop me into. Is that a big thing in that?
Yeah, they like big time role models.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the final question is always our hardest one. How do you want people to remember yourself when your basketball career is over?
Like me personally, I'm a laid back person and I'm friendly. I have good conversations with people and stuff. So
Yeah.
and I keep a smile. So like this is my friends. I keep a lot of friends.
Yeah. Well, I can attest to that. I appreciate going on. A bunch of the guys who help out with the show, football, basketball players, all D1 athletes. We're just trying to give people like you a voice. So it means a lot when you guys can come on and help us out.
Gotcha.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on, man.
You know what?